want. Hello.
Hello, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Please, the procession will be here very soon. I want to appeal that we all take our seats. If there is any of the inductees outside, please come in now. Because once the procession comes in, you can no longer come in. Let's have our seats. This is a solemn gathering, and so I want it to be treated as such. Thank you very much. morning once again. The procession is on the way, and I want to enjoin us to rise as soon as they come in. And remain standing while we take the anthem. Thank you. Okay. Is there any other thing?
Two. Hello, test 1, 2.
Shall we rise as the procession comes in? Okay. Let's remain standing as we take the anthem. Thank you. We may have our seats. The acting Vice Chancellor, Professor A.B. Ekonla. The Provost, Professor Olayinka Omigbadun. The Chief Medical Director of the University College Hospital, Professor Jesse Abiodun Otegbayo. The Deputy Provost, our own Professor A.F. Adeniyi. The Deputy Registrar and Secretary to the College, Dr. Ikeolu Omudi. The Financial Controller, Mrs. Oluwafolakemi A. Ajayi. The Acting Medical Librarian, Dr. Grace Ajuwon. The Dean of the Faculty of Clinical Sciences, who is the celebrant, one of the celebrants of today, Professor Maiwa Olabi. The ICOMA President Worldwide, Professor Dikpo Otolorin. The Registrar, Medical Rehabilitation Therapy Board of Nigeria, Dr. Olufunke T. Akonle. The Physiotherapy Elder, Dr. Olatokunbo Odunowo. The special guest, Professor M.B. Olaogun. The Acting Head of the Department of Physiotherapy, Dr. Omoyemi O. Ogumike. The Chairperson, College Ceremonials Committee, Professor Atinike M. Agunloye. Lecturers, proud parents, guardians, and well-wishers joining us online, honored inductees of today, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure that I welcome you all to the ceremony of induction and admission to the profession of physiotherapy of the 2018-2019 B Physiotherapy graduating class. Without wasting much of our time, I'd like to call on the Deputy Registrar and Secretary to the College, Dr. Ikeoluwa Omudi, for the welcome address. Thank you.
The Provost of the College of Medicine, the Deputy Provost, the Financial Controller, the Medical Librarian, the Chief Medical Director, the host dean, the Dean Faculty of Clinical Sciences, the Chairman Medical Advisory Committee, Director of Administration, the ICOMA President Worldwide, the Registrar Medical Rehabilitation Therapist Board, our special guests, the Professional Elder, Acting Head Department of Physiotherapy, College of Medicine, the Chairman and members of the College Ceremonials Committee, Sub-Deans of Faculties, members of the academic and non-academic staff, happy inductees and their parents and guardians, members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure and honor on behalf of management, staff, and students of the College of Medicine, University of Ibadan, to formally welcome all of you to this very joyous occasion of another ceremony of admission into the physiotherapy profession. Today, Tuesday, 9th February 2021, is the day that the Lord has made, and we truly rejoice in it. We are grateful to God that He has enabled us to see the first induction after a long period of lockdown occasioned by union strikes, but much more importantly by the pandemic. We therefore celebrate the Lord's goodness and faithfulness in the lives of our inductees and their happy parents. The journey indeed for you has been long and torturous, but God has been faithful. We therefore cannot but rejoice and be glad in what God has done in your individual lives and in the life of the College of Medicine. As we all look back, we can truthfully say that it has been a journey that has ended well, and so we give God all the glory. We have all prayerfully looked forward to this day in the lives of our inductees, and God, in His infinite mercy, has brought it to pass. The college is truly happy, and we celebrate with you. I want to welcome the 12th Provost and the first female Provost of the College of Medicine, Professor Olayinka O. Omigbodu, FAS, a renowned psychiatrist. Fate has worked it out so beautifully that the first set of babies she will be producing today are from the department of your second in command, the Deputy Provost. So I congratulate you and I welcome you most heartily to this event. Let me also welcome in a special way an accomplished physiotherapist, the Deputy Provost of the College of Medicine, Professor A.F. Adeniyi. A cool and calm personality who complements the Provost most appropriately in promoting the continued spirit of excellence in the College of Medicine. You are heartily welcome, sir. I'm delighted to welcome the Chief Medical Director of the University College Hospital, Professor J.A. Otegbayo, and his management team, the Chairman Medical Advisory Committee, Dr. Adeoye, and the Director of Administration, Mr. Oladejo. We thank you for always being there for the college. With us this morning, we have the Financial Controller, our own Exchequer, the reputable Chartered Accountant, Mrs. Oluwa Folakemi A. Ajayi, and we also have the Acting Medical Librarian, an erudite professional, Dr. Grace A. Ajuwon. You are both welcome. Permit me to welcome the deans of faculties in the college, especially the dean of the Faculty of Clinical Sciences, whose products we are celebrating today. The Professor S.B. Olaleye, the Faculty of Basic Medical Sciences, Professor M.O. Owolabi, Dean of the Faculty of Clinical Sciences, Professor G.R.E.E. Anna, Dean of the Faculty of Public Health, and Professor Juliana Taiwo, the Dean of the Faculty of Dentistry. Let me especially welcome the Acting Head of Department of Physiotherapy, Dr. Omoyemi O. Ogumike, and the entire staff in the department. Thank you for all your sacrifices in ensuring that today becomes a reality in the lives of these inductees. I want to welcome the faculty officer and all the faculty team, Mr. A.A. Agbaje and his team. Thank you for the good work, and you're welcome to the induction ceremony. The college particularly extends its warm welcome to the Registrar and the Chief Executive Officer of the Medical Rehabilitation Therapist Board, Dr. Mrs. Olufunke Akanle, under whose leadership the practice of rehabilitation therapy has received the much-needed fillip through advocacy for increasing the number of practitioners, elimination of quackery, and strict adherence to qualification standards for new and existing practitioners. Thank you, Ma, for coming. Without you, the ceremony of today would have at best been a mirage. Our special guest of today, Ms. Professor M.B. Olaogun, the Senior Assistant Provost of the College of Health Sciences, Bowen University. You are mostly welcome. I want to welcome the President of ICOMA Worldwide, Professor E.O. Otolorin, a distinguished gynecologist and the pioneer medical director of the Federal Medical Center, Abeokuta. We welcome you, sir. I have no doubt that your presence here today will provoke the inductees of today to aspire to give back to their alma mater. We welcome our professional elder of today, Dr. O. Odunowo, the director of O Physio Clinic. You are welcome, sir. To the formidable members of the College Ceremonials Committee, ably led by our indefatigable Professor Atinuke M. Agunloye, you are highly appreciated, and I welcome you most heartily to this program. Thank you for putting up this program at such a short notice and ensuring that the event complies with the COVID-19 protocols. I'm delighted particularly to congratulate the happy parents of today, the guardians, the spouses, the relations, friends, and well-wishers of our inductees, who, although not physically present at this event, are present with us virtually. It is my prayer that these young graduates whom we are celebrating today will continue to be a source of constant joy and pride to us all. May we live to celebrate many more joyous events in their lives. Your dream of today is fulfilled. Your dream is fulfilled today, and I congratulate you heartily. And now, to the latest graduates of the physiotherapy profession, our unique, lovely inductees of today. Please appreciate yourselves. Yes, we are here because of you. We're celebrating your success today, and we thank you for making us proud of your achievements. My prayer for you is that your joy of today will be permanent, and you will become good and worthy ambassadors of your family, the College of Medicine, the University of Ibadan, and our nation, Nigeria, at large. Please be assured that our door is open to you, and you are always welcome to the college anytime you need our services. Congratulations and best wishes for the future. I want to welcome members of the Biomedical Communication Center of our College of Medicine, ably led by the Acting Controller, Dr. Olayinka O. Egbokare. The college is always grateful for your presence, and we appreciate your contribution to the success of the event. Finally, please permit me to also welcome myself to this induction ceremony. I thank you all for your attention.
Thank you very much, Ma, for that beautiful address. Before we continue, I want you to permit me to recognize Professor Oluwatoyin Odeku, the Dean of Faculty of Pharmacy, and her husband, Dikinshola Odeku. They are proud parents of one of the inductees of today. You are welcome, Ma. Now, may I now call on the acting head of the Department of Physiotherapy, Dr. Omoyemi Ogumike, for her address. You are welcome, Ma.
acting Vice Chancellor, University of Ibadan, Professor Ekanla, the Provost of the College of Medicine, Professor Olayinka Omigbodo, my big sister, the Deputy Provost of the College of Medicine, our own Professor Ade Fatai Adeniyi, my very own brother, the Secretary to the College, Dr. Ikeoluwapo Mudi, the Registrar of the Medical Rehabilitation Therapies Board, Dr. Funke Akanle, the Dean of the Faculty of Clinical Sciences, Professor Mayowa Owolabi, ably represented by Professor C.O. Bekibele, the Chairman, the President, ICOMA Worldwide, Professor Otolorin, the Chief Medical Director, University College, Professor Jesse Otegbayo, the Chief Medical Advisory, the CMAC, Dr. Adeoye, the Chairman of the Ceremonial Committee and her team, Professor Agunloye, the Acting Medical Librarian, Dr. Grace Ajuwon, the Financial Controller, Mrs. Ajayi, our distinguished elders here present, Professor M.O.B. Olaogun and Mr. Olatokunbo Odunowo, dear parents of the celebrants of today, friends and well-wishers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure that I stand before you this morning on the induction ceremony of our outgoing students. They have actually toiled and burned the midnight oil and are duly found to merit the B Physiotherapy Degree Award of our great citadel of learning, University of Ibadan, the first and the best. This class is indeed a unique one. They have had a rather long wait to add this important feather to their caps. No thanks to the FGN ASU impasse on one hand, and on the other hand, the incidence of the infamous global pandemic, COVID-19, that engendered a general lockdown on lives and livelihood of individuals in the whole world. This notwithstanding, we all have a great cause to thank our great God, Jehovah Almighty, that we are all hale and hearty to witness this occasion in the lives of our children. We, however, condole with a number of others who have lost one or two people in the family or associates to this global pandemic. We pray that God in His infinite mercies will comfort them, especially in renewing their confidence in the hope of the resurrection of their dead loved ones. To you, the loving parents of our inductees of today, I congratulate you. Thank you for bearing with us at this time, that even though you are not physically present, we feel your great presence from the varied virtual platforms, from the comfort of your different locations. We appreciate your lofty contributions in the training and success of these children. In the Yoruba parlance, I will say that ẹ ṣeun, ẹ kú iṣẹ́ òbí, a jèrè àwọn ọmọ náà, a kò sì ní mọye tí a ná lórí wọn. For my Igbo family, I'm still learning how to say all that in the language. For our great elders in the profession, we cannot do without acknowledging your great contributions toward the involvement and success story of this profession. I acknowledge the doyen of physiotherapy in Africa, Pa Dr. Abayomi Oshin, Professor Arinola Sanya, the first female professor of physiotherapy in Africa, the first female deputy vice chancellor administration of the University of Ibadan, and one-time Oyo State Commissioner of Health. I am proud to stand bold here and say that our inductees of today have had a great training experience, discipline, and mentorship from a most excellent faculty members of the Department of Physiotherapy, College of Medicine, University of Ibadan, in which close to 60% of them, and still counting, are in the professorial cadre. These are Professor Arinola Sanya, Professor Aderonke Akinpelu, Professor T.K. Hamzat, Professor B.O.A. Adegoke, the immediate past head of Department of Physiotherapy, Professor O. Ayoniyi, the immediate past present of Physiotherapy Department, Professor A.F. Adeniyi, and the present Deputy Provost of the College of Medicine, University of Ibadan, Dr. Adeshola C. Odole, Dr. A. Fabumi, Dr. Nse Odunaya, Dr. A. Jayesimi, Dr. Olubukola Olaleye, Dr. O. Dada, Dr. Margaret Fatudimu, Mr. O.V. Shotiloye, and my humble self, Omoyemi Ogumike. Inclusive also are a host of clinician physiotherapy practitioners and colleagues in the University College Hospital Ibadan, ably led by the head of department, Mrs. Adetutu Akintayo, the first director of physiotherapy services in the University College Hospital. We appreciate the contributions of the deputy directors and individual unit heads in the same department who, in their various capacities, actively contribute to the training in the program. It is important here to state that the celebrants of today have had knowledge imparted at various stages of their training through the support of physiotherapists working at varied hospitals and centers during their outside and CWES postings. We especially appreciate those working at the Ade-Oyo State Hospital, Ibadan, Oyo State, Child Development Center, Surulere, Lagos, under the able leadership of Dr. Fadayomi, National Sports Medicine Centers in Abuja and Lagos respectively, with Mr. Dayo Ogunkule and crew, Emphasis Clinic and all physio clinics in Bodija, Ibadan. I am particularly elated that in our midst today, we have the presence of the director and lead physiotherapist of all physio clinic, Dr. Olatokunbo Odunowo, the elder who today is to welcome our inductees to the physiotherapy profession. Papa, as he is fondly called, and his amiable wife, Mama, by all of us then, members of staff of the clinic. In working with him, I had the rare privilege of consolidating all I had learned in practice and teaching of physiotherapy with more confidence, class, and style. Sir, you are very highly appreciated. Further acknowledgement and gratitude goes to the lecturers in the faculties of science, social sciences, basic medical sciences, public health, and clinical sciences, all who have in no small measure contributed to the training of the celebrants of today. In addition, I say thank you to the individual staff members in the halls of residencies, the University of Ibadan, especially the great Alexander Brown Hall, with the motherly and capable Dr. Bello as the hall warden, our own Dr. Adeshola Odole as one of the assistant hall wardens, Mr. Audu, the hall supervisor, and others. You all here can attest to the fact that some good homely care and attention given to you in the hostels undoubtedly contributed to your success. For celebrants of today, I'm very confident that by the grace of God, You will go out there and make the most of the excellent training you have achieved in this great citadel of learning. I enjoin you not to forget your alma mater. In fact, we are very proud of the alumni of our department. They have been very, very supportive and very, very outstanding, especially in the most recent past. I want to cite some examples. Just early 2020, the physiotherapy class of 1987, that is Professor Ayoniyi's set, they donated a lot of electronic gadgets to the department, namely one sharp photocopier, HP ScanJet scanner, Blue Gate UPS, a 2,000 watts thermocool stabilizer. Within the same year, the UI physiotherapy alumni in the diaspora embarked on a remarkable electronic library project consisting of a set of furniture, computer desktops with UPS, with a 24-hour internet connectivity for our students to browse for course materials and their research projects. This will be launched soon. It is a little bit held back, the launching, everything is ready. The launching is just held up because of this problem with COVID-19 for students to resume. September of last year also marked a set of donations from the physiotherapy class of 95, Mr. Shotiloye's set, consisting of one split AC, multimedia projector, set of desktop computer, scanners, and electronic board. And as if that is not enough, just yesterday, the physiotherapy class of 94, that is Professor Hamza's class, upgraded the inverter initially donated to the department to a solar power source, which is soon to be installed for use. So, what am I trying to say? We know that you are going to do better. So, I pray that you continue to have success in all your endeavors, and God will continue to support you. Dear parents, our elders here present, the Provost of the College of Medicine, my brother, the Deputy Provost, amiable celebrants of today, who are now my colleagues in the profession, friends and well-wishers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for listening.
Thank you very much for the address. Now, I'd like to call on the provost, the 12th provost, and the first female provost, a seasoned and renowned psychiatrist whom I've always admired from afar, to come and give her address. She will also be giving the address of the acting vice chancellor.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Sorry. The acting vice chancellor, Professor A.B. Ekanla, I'm very privileged to also be standing in for. The chief medical director, Professor J.C. Abiodun Otegbayo, I believe that our deputy CMAC is standing in, also our ceremonial chair, standing in for him. The deputy provost, the cool and calm deputy I have, in the words of the secretary to the college, a professor of physiotherapy, Professor Ade Fatai Adeni, the deputy registrar and secretary to the college, our very able mama, call you mama, yes, Dr. Ike Oluwapo-Mudi, our financial controller, who is doing wonderful things in our finance department, Mrs. Oluwa Folakemi A. Ajayi, the acting medical librarian, Dr. Grace Ajuwon, the Dean, Faculty of Clinical Sciences, Professor Mayowa Owolabi, who I believe is preparing for his inaugural, coming up on Thursday, the 11th of February. I think all of us should come online and get this very rich inaugural lecture, very ably represented by Professor Charles Bekibeli of the Department of Ophthalmology, all deans and directors here present and virtually present, my sister, the acting head of physiotherapy, Dr. Omoyemi O. Ogumike, and all members of the extremely distinguished Department of Physiotherapy, the professors and members. I have lots of mentors and wonderful people who the acting head of department had mentioned, distinguished personalities in the Department of Physiotherapy. Also all heads of departments present virtually, the Ibadan College of Medicine Alumni Association Worldwide President, my teacher from medical school, an outstanding teacher, and we're so delighted that you are our president of Worldwide ICOMA, Professor Dipo Otolunri. The Registrar, Medical Rehabilitation Therapist Board of Nigeria, Dr. Olufunke T. Akonle, our professional elder, many wonderful things said about you, Dr. O. Ogunowo, the chairman of our college ceremonial committee, Professor Atinuke M. Aguloye, the parents, the dean of the Faculty of Pharmacy, my sister in the Nigerian Academy of Science, Professor Odeko and her husband here, and all parents and guardians of the 2018-2019 student intake, distinguished members of the press, all members of the wonderful College of Medicine, University of Ibadan community, and the reason we are all gathered here in this room, our resilient members of the 2018-2019 physiotherapy graduating class. Give yourselves a round of applause. This message is for you, and I have titled it, Holding On to the 4 C's to Succeed. Holding on to the 4 C's to succeed. Conviction, commitment, comrades, and conscientiousness. Conviction, commitment, comrades, and conscientiousness. Finally, the day has arrived. Today, Tuesday, 9th February 2021, you are getting inducted into the profession of physiotherapist. I realize that virtually all of you in the last 1 year has been a year of uncertainty, with a long-drawn strike, just at the verge of your completing your studies, and then the COVID-19 pandemic, which took everyone by surprise as the entire world was brought to a standstill. 1 year after, we still wonder when the COVID-19 nightmare will end. As a psychiatrist, I received many calls during this period and had to listen to several who were depressed and who felt they could no longer continue with this period. And I listened to many others who were anxious, who had palpitations, a sense of unease and sweaty hands, who felt their world had caved in. I realized the pain you would have had towards the pandemic, mixed with anger towards the government, teachers, administrators, and all those who you felt were standing in your way of progress. Yes, it was good, it was right, and there's no problem. You felt anger. It's acceptable because of all you have gone through. However, when you look back to the last 1 year, the question I ask you this morning is, did you make the best use of this period?
For many, the last 1 year has been a year of self-discovery, a year of planning, a year of building up. For those of you who took this opportunity, this past year was a great opportunity for building up your future. And I really hope that you seize this great opportunity to build up your minds and your plans. The truth is, graduating set of 2018-2019, you will never get that year again. You will never get that opportunity. Situations like this come once in a lifetime. As physiotherapists, you all know what it takes to build up muscles after an injury, or simply to keep fit. In order to build up muscles, we need to have a plan in place and arrange a framework for training and nutrition. Simply doing workouts in a haphazard fashion will not fetch you the needed change. Similar to the criteria for building up muscles and building up your mind and future, you certainly need the 4 C's of, let's take the 4 C's together: conviction, commitment, comrades, and conscientiousness. If you failed during the last 1 year of strikes and lockdowns, partial and total, to use these principles, you should, as you step out today as physiotherapists, start building up immediately. On 22nd June 1985, I also stood in this room for my induction into the medical profession, young and hopeful, and totally unaware of what lay ahead of me. I found the 4 C's to success: conviction, commitment, comrades, compliance, conscientiousness, very helpful. Unfortunately, during my medical training, I did not have much exposure to physiotherapy as a student. Apart from the first few years when we had joint postings in basic medical sciences, we simply went our separate ways from our physiotherapy colleagues. I however think that should change, and we should have more interrelationships and mixing with the other healthcare professions, because multi-professional training does a lot to breed cooperation and synergy in the health professions. However, as I have grown and matured, both as a health professional and in my bones, cartilage, and muscles, especially as these body parts have cried out for care and support, my respect and understanding has grown for the distinguished profession of physiotherapy as a priceless central member of the health team. You have a very special heritage, distinguished inductees, in that this medical school was the very first on the continent to start a Bachelor of Science in Physiotherapy. Yes, in 1966, the very first on the continent. And we're also privileged to have had the pioneering physiotherapists in Nigeria start this program. The College of Medicine also had the first doctoral program in physiotherapy in Nigeria, with the graduation of the first candidate in 2000. We all know him. We are also very privileged to have had several physiotherapists hold positions of leadership and distinction in our dear university and college, including the current Deputy Provost, a physiotherapist who has brought the C's. I think you have many more C's. You said you were calm and collected, right? Calm. Calm, conviction, commitment, comrades, and conscientious into the leadership of the college. I will briefly share from the C's. Conviction. You need to be fully persuaded, certain and confident that you were born for a purpose. You need to be absolutely sure that you are special, unique, and different from every other person on the surface of the earth. When you are convinced you have a purpose, you will search for that purpose and be committed to it, and you will run with it. And that's where commitment comes in. When you are convinced that you have a distinct and unique purpose, you will pursue this and be faithful to it. And that we tend to ask ourselves self-centered questions like, what should I do with my life? What are my goals, dreams, and aspirations? How can I become rich? How can I become famous? We focus on all the I questions. If you keep focusing on I, you will never find and be committed to an ultimately meaningful purpose. We need to focus on our communities, our institution, our nation. Many of you are just saying to yourselves, let me just finish and then I'll check out. However, wherever you go on the surface of the earth, this is your nation. We need to start to build. And if everyone leaves, who is going to build and put back the broken walls, the chaos and confusion and the corruption? It is you and it is I. We need to focus more on questions like, how can I build up my institution? How can I make my nation rise up from the rubble of chaos, confusion, and corruption? And then you go on to comrades. Who are your friends and companions? You need to find people with a common purpose to work with. And I see Nigeria rising up if we can only have a critical mass of people with vision, with purpose, who believe that this is a nation that will rise up in the League of Nations, and it is you and I that are going to do this. Hence, you need to work with people with a common purpose. Conscientiousness. Work hard and become a leader. Avoid the manage it syndrome plaguing this country. Manage. Everything is managed. No. Aspire for excellence. Aspire to be the very best. There's great reward from that. And wherever you go, do keep in touch with your alma mater. Whatever faults the system has, you need to forgive today. And you need to realize that this College of Medicine, University of Ibadan, has given you the springboard from which you will jump from and excel. Finally, I look forward to the expansion of the Department of Physiotherapy into a full-fledged faculty in the not-too-distant future. And you are the ones that are going to be part of this. This can only happen with the conviction, commitment, comradeship, and conscientiousness of those in the department at this season, working with us in the college and the university administration. On the 16th of November 2020, the Deputy Provost gave the guest lecture at the inauguration of the Faculty of Medical Rehabilitation at a very baby new university, the University of Medical Sciences, Ondo City. This was Nigeria's first Faculty of Medical Rehabilitation. Personally, I feel that we should have taken the lead. Where were we when that happened? But we can still innovate and create a distinct concept for what such a faculty should look like and do. We have what it takes to establish a faculty of movement and rehabilitation sciences, or medical rehabilitation therapy, or whatever name it might be called. We have what it takes. With the 4 C's, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our beloved students and inductees, with the 4 C's and with our togetherness, we will surmount obstacles and we will build a lasting legacy. I thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much for that beautiful address. I love my provost. In fact, beyond the inductees, I've also been motivated. In fact, I think that last C is very important. It's germane to all of us to strive for excellence. Don't manage things. You can hear that. Oh. And also the department will not manage funds again. The provost has assured us, no more management. We must make the best of everything. So don't say, oh, the HOD man. You will not say, let's manage this. So for now, there is no fund. The provost said we should not manage. So at all times, make sure everything is available. Thank you very much, Ma, for that beautiful address. Well delivered and inspiring. Now we have come to the crust of the matter, the main reason why we're here today. And I'd like to call on the Dean of the Faculty of Clinical Sciences, the host Dean of the induction ceremony of today, who is ably represented by Professor C.O. Bekibele of the Department of Ophthalmology, to present the inductees of today. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you. The chairman of today, the active Vice Chancellor, University of Ibadan, Professor A.B. Ekanola, the Provost, College of Medicine, University of Ibadan, Professor Mrs. Olayinka O. Omigbodu, the Deputy Provost, College of Medicine, Professor A.F. Adeniyi, the College Secretary and Deputy Registrar, Professor Dr. Ikeoluwapo O. Moody, the Financial Controller, College of Medicine, Mrs. Oluwafolakemi Ajayi, Acting Medical Librarian, Dr. Grace Ajowo, the Medical Director, University College Hospital, Professor Otekbayo, the Chairman Medical Advisory Committee, Dr. Adeoye, the Registrar, Medical Rehabilitation Therapists Board of Nigeria, my President, ICOMA Worldwide, Professor Otolurin, who was also my teacher, physiotherapist, professional elder, our teachers, our physiotherapy teachers, especially those who are here and those not here, our deans of all faculties, both here and not here, and perhaps on virtual communication. I'd like to stand on all other existing protocol. It is with great joy that I stand here before you on behalf of my dean to present this special class to you who have gone through so much to be here today. I particularly want to congratulate them for what they have achieved this day. Like has been said earlier on, they have been at home for the last 1 year. This is the 2018/2019 class. They ought to have been inducted before now, but because of the strikes and COVID, they have been delayed. I especially want to congratulate them and their parents. And the few words of admonition I have for you are in line with the principle of your institution. That is, to be of sound mind and sound judgment. You have managed to finish your exams, and now you're going to be inducted. I'd like you to know that it's not the end of your learning. It's just the beginning. Because I remember when I finished my MBBS in 1987, I thought it was all over. But it was only to discover that the learning has just started. So I'll tell you that as you leave, put in mind that you still have so much to learn, especially in these changing times. The way we did things 2 years ago are no more the way we are doing things. We're going to be doing things now. So one, you need to educate yourself. You need to keep abreast of modern way of doing things, modern knowledge. So you need to improve on yourself so that you remain relevant. Otherwise, you fall by the wayside. Another thing is for you to maintain good judgment in everything you do. And in whatever you do, maintain a good character, because you should always ask yourself, what would my alma mater say if they hear that I did this? What would my parents say if they hear that I did this? So those things, those are the things that should guide you so that you remain high. You maintain excellence, and everything you do is such that nobody can hold it against you. And finally, to the reason why we're here, I'd like all inductees, physiotherapy inductees, to please rise and remain standing. The Registrar Medical Rehabilitation Therapists Board of Nigeria and my Provost, I present to you, on behalf of the Faculty of Clinical Sciences and by the authority of the State University of Ibadan, I present to you the persons standing and those absent for sufficient cause who have been found worthy both in character and learning to be admitted into physiotherapy profession.
And the Provost, in her capacity, the first Provost College of Medicine, University of Ibadan, Professor Olanyika Omigbodun, yes, I want to pronounce it well. The Deputy Provost, our own Professor A.F. Adeniyi. The Deputy Registrar, Secretary to the College, Dr. Ikeoluwapo Omodi, Mrs. Oluwafolakemi Ajayi, the Financial Controller, the Acting Medical Librarian, Dr. Grace Ajuwon, the Chairman ICOA present, the elders in the profession, Dr. Odunowo, the representative of the Dean, Faculty of Clinical Sciences, all professors present, all deans of various faculties present, the head of Department of Physiotherapy. Please permit me to stand on the other existing. Oh, okay. We want to welcome the Chief Medical Director, Professor Otegbayo. You are welcome, sir. parents, guidance, the blessed inductees of today, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen of the press, please, just for a moment, can you sit down? Thank you. On behalf of the Chairman and the Governing Council of Medical Rehabilitation Therapists Board of Nigeria, it gives me great pleasure and singular honor to welcome you all to this joyous occasion of the induction ceremony of 2018-2019 graduating set of Bachelor of Physiotherapy, University of Ibadan. Indeed, graduation is an exciting thing. It marks both an ending and a beginning. It warms memories of the past and big dreams of the future. Our gathering today is for the celebration of the beginning of a future that my dear inductees have labored for years. Today we give all the glory to God Almighty for the opportunity to celebrate at last, despite the brutality of COVID-19 pandemic. The day is finally here. It is not only a milestone for the graduates alone, it is also a milestone for the family and friends who have supported them. I know you are so proud of them. I am too. I am convinced that the school is even more proud to have produced this new workforce to add and contribute to health workforce in Nigeria, especially medical rehabilitation services. I congratulate you. Worthy of appreciation is the effort of the Vice Chancellor and the management of this citadel of learning, the Premier University, University of Ibadan, the acting head of department, the academic and non-academic staff of the Department of Physiotherapy, and all the various departments that have painstakingly made the product we are celebrating today. The Chief Medical Director and the management of the Teaching Hospital, UCH, both the clinicians and the non-clinicians, especially in the Department of Physiotherapy, for providing a platform for clinical training of today's inductees. Your efforts are highly commendable and appreciated. I pray the Almighty God reward you all. I'd like to appreciate the tireless efforts of parents, guidance, and well-wishers who have contributed immensely to the accomplishment of these inductees. Your prayers, encouragement, and support, both in cash and kind, are indeed paid off. They have been transformed from novice to professionals. On behalf of the inductees, we are grateful. We pray you all will not labor in vain, but live long to eat the fruit of your labor on them in Jesus' name. You have done great, not just for the inductees alone, but for the healthcare professions at large and our country as a whole. We say thank you. Dear inductees, I'd like to congratulate you and salute your doggedness and endurance throughout the course of your study. There is no doubt that this citadel of learning must have left no stone unturned in ensuring that you graduate as the best in the field of physiotherapy and at par with your colleagues from across the globe. The institution must be proud to have been able to eventually make their quota to the medical rehabilitation workforce. I am convinced that the medical workforce at large, especially physiotherapy professions, can't wait to receive you as you add to contribute your quota to the upliftment of the profession and humanity at large. Please accept my heartfelt facilitation. As a matter of introduction, Medical Rehabilitation Therapists Board of Nigeria is a regulatory body established by Decree 38 of 1988, also known as M9 LFN 2004, to regulate and control the training and practice of 7 professions in the health sector in Nigeria. The professions are physiotherapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, chiropractic and osteopathic medicine, audiology, prosthesis, and orthotics. Some of the statutory functions of the board, among others, are to determine the standard of knowledge and skill to be attained by persons seeking to become registrants of the relevant professions and improving on those standards from time to time as circumstances may permit. Accreditation and re-accreditation of academic and clinical programs, hospitals, clinics for physiotherapy training and practice in the country, infiltrating discipline and decorum into the profession, elimination of quackery, as well as conducting induction programs to admit fresh graduates into the physiotherapy and other medical rehabilitation professions, and to perform other functions as conferred on the board by the act that established the board. Today marks the beginning of the inductees' inseparable relationship with the board and the highly coveted physiotherapy profession. It is expected that the very rigorous training and the qualifying examinations you successfully undertook must have been in tandem with the standard set for physiotherapy training in Nigeria, in which has been deliberately designed to strategically position you not only for the professional certification and licensing by the board, but also for the competitive global market as professionals. Dear inductees, by your induction today, you make a pledge to a noble profession that you may have to wear throughout your life, the label. This is just the beginning of your professional career. From this day forward, you will now be known and addressed as a physiotherapist. By this status, you are expected to think physiotherapy, talk physiotherapy, act physiotherapy, and work physiotherapy. I therefore implore you to respect the oath of the profession you are about to take today, and please be focused, considerate, and sympathetic to your patients as you lift a part of burden of the suffering of fellow human beings. I wish to emphasize at this job that the next 1 year of your internship training is a very critical period in your career and must be taken seriously. How you conduct yourself within the period will determine to a great extent what kind of physiotherapist you will eventually become. So it is a time to learn good habits and skills and unlearn bad ones. You must be focused and determined to engage yourself in some personal commitment and development, such as continual professional development. Therefore, I charge you to keep all the rules as advised by NCDC to protect you and your patient from this ravaging infectious disease, coronavirus. As you commence your internship and interact with your patient, I pray we will not lose any of you to this disease in Jesus' name. With the board and obtain your professional license before proceeding for youth service. The management of Nigerian Youth Service Corps are fully aware and are enforcing that no physiotherapist will be allowed into the camp without the evidence of professional license. It is a major prerequisite before admitting you to the camp. My final words to our inductees is that as you commence your journey into this noble profession, I wish you a brilliant, fulfilling career in this chosen profession and God's favor in all your future endeavor. Thank you all, and God bless you. The Provost, it's time for the oath taking. In our usual practice, they're supposed to line up out here, but because of the present new normal, we may have to do it right where they are, just to avoid too much closeness. So please, can you rise up on your feet? Have you been given your oath? Are you with your oath? Hold the oath with your left hand and place your right hand on your chest. Before the oath taken, it is our duty to ensure that our registrants, our inductees, are full of gratitude for everyone that have made them what they are today. Like I said, from novice to professionals. So before the oath taking, we are going to be taking 4 bows in appreciation. The first one to the University of Ibadan, that have given them the admission. It's not all of them that apply to read physiotherapy that are here today. They've given them the platform to study physiotherapy. And so, they must show appreciation. They're going to take the first bow to this high table as a representative of this great citadel of learning. And they will take a right turn and take the second bow. This is to different departments, different units they have been for one course or the other in order to acquire more knowledge
in the practice of the profession physiotherapy. And they take a right turn and imagine where their parents, their guardians are, both on the virtual, within the hall, and appreciate them for the support that has been given to them in the course of this training. They are the reason why many of them have not given up. So they are going to take a bow to appreciate their parents. And the last bow, they will take a turn to the right and imagine the teaching hospitals, the orthopedic hospitals, the sports centers, the private clinic where they have been to. Thank God Oluwaseun is here today to say thank you for different knowledge, skills they have acquired even in the course of their training. So please drop your hand. Now you are taking a bow to appreciate these 4 categories of people. The first one to the high table, you're going to take a bow. When I say 1, 2, 3, you take a bow. And until I say come up, you don't. This university as professional. Thank you. God bless you. Come up. Take a right turn. Yes, imagine those departments: psychology, sociology, different places, biochemistry, anatomy, physiology, different departments you've been to. 1, 2, 3, take a bow. Thank you very much. Our various faculties, our various departments, thank you for impacting on them. Thank you for your love. Thank you for taking care of them. We appreciate. Come up. Take a right turn. Imagine your parents, wherever they are, your loved ones, your guardians. Take a bow. 1, 2, 3, take a bow. Thank you, our dear parents, our loved ones, our guardians. We appreciate your financial commitment. We thank you for your prayers. We thank you for words of encouragement. We thank you because you did not allow us to give up. Thank you. God bless you. Come up. Now take a right turn. Imagine those hospitals. Thank God Oluwaseun is represented here today. 1, 2, 3, take a bow. Thank you very much. The orthopedic hospital, the Oluyoro, the Adeoyo, all different hospitals where they have been to their posting. Thank you. We appreciate. Come up and take a right turn and face the high table. Pick your oaths. Pick your oaths with your left hand and place your right hand on your chest. And you are going to declare the word loud and clear. Let everybody hear that you are here today. So after you mention your name. Shall we go? Well, I know we are wearing face masks, but I believe if you put more effort, we will still hear you. Before the members of the Medical Rehabilitation Therapists Board of Nigeria and this August Assembly, formally seek most sincerely the permission of the Medical Rehabilitation Therapists Board of Nigeria to practice the profession physiotherapy. I hereby solemnly swear to the following oath of the professional practice of physiotherapy. I will render physiotherapeutic services to patients irrespective of nationality, race, culture, creed, ethnic group, political affiliation, or social status. Based on my clinical assessments and ultimate professional decision on treatment procedures, I will render my patients the best assistance I can to my best ability in the curative, preventive, therapeutic, and rehabilitative aspects of physiotherapy. At all times, I will maintain the highest standard of professional knowledge and skills. I will hold or keep in confidence all personal information entrusted to me or the record kept thereof by my patients and other colleagues. I will always cooperate with and respect the dignity of physiotherapy colleagues and other members of health team with whom I have to interact in the practice of my profession, physiotherapy. as relevant to any period in time, I shall only seek a just, deserved, and appropriate remuneration for the physiotherapy services which I offer as a citizen, so resident of this country. I will always abide by the laws of the land and respect our Constitution. I will abide by the regulations of the Medical Rehabilitation Therapists Board of Nigeria and the Code of Professional Conduct and the ethics of physiotherapy profession. By all means, I will give full support and participate actively in physiotherapy professional associations. So help me God. Please, can we give them a very sound round of applause? You have gone through the oath. Can you take a moment to ponder on the wordings of that oath before you append your signature? Perhaps we have one or two. Have you gone through the wordings of the oath, the statement? You feel that it may be too much for you to follow, and you don't want to continue. The moment you append your signature is bound on you. Is there anybody? Please, let's open the doors. You want to step out? Then you take a bow and take a right turn and step out. Is there anybody? The provost man and the dignitaries on the high table, I'm glad to inform you that they are resolute and they want to continue. They want to practice the profession of physiotherapy. Please, can we give them a sound round of applause? Thank you. Now, append your signature while you listen to these charges. From my speech, I told us that you are proceeding for 12 calendar month internship training program. And in the course of this internship, we have 8 approved areas of specializations, which you must do at least 6 of these areas wherever you are doing your internship. The document that will be given to you at the end of this exercise contains the list of all accredited hospitals, teaching hospitals, federal medical centers, general hospitals, where you can do your internship. So, you need to proceed to apply for internship. And may I advise you that you should drop the idea that I must do my internship in a particular place. And as long as that place is not open, I will not do the internship. Please, the purpose of internship is a continuation of your training. And it's expected of you to step out, look at what is going on in other hospitals, where you learn new things, you meet with new settings, you meet with new set of senior colleagues in the practice. And you are expected to contribute your quota wherever you find yourself. The approved areas of specializations are orthopedic physiotherapy, neurophysiotherapy, cardiopulmonary physiotherapy, physiotherapy in women's health, pediatric physiotherapy, geriatric physiotherapy, community physiotherapy, ergonomic physiotherapy. So these are the areas of specialization that have been approved by the board, and you're expected to go ahead and do your internship and cover some of these postings as much that are available wherever you are doing your internship. We advise you that you should not play truancy in the course of your internship. It's not a time to be absent from work. It's not a time to be late from work. The logbook that you'll be given at the end of this exercise contains all these attributes that you must display credit before you can be declared pass or satisfactory for this internship training. Please note that if you perform unsatisfactorily your internship training, you may not be registered fully with the board. So take it very seriously. Make yourself available. Be ready to learn. when it is time for seminar presentation, prepare a very beautiful PowerPoint. Prove to them that you are from University of Ibadan. Display that skill and the knowledge that have been imparted onto you so that they can be proud of your university. I always share the testimony of one teaching hospital that were tired of taking a particular set of interns from a particular institution. And that very year, they were to recommend who to be taken. And the physiotherapy head was skeptical in taking from this particular university or even from this particular zone. Not this one, I mean that particular zone. And she just gave it a try. So, okay, let me try. But she was amazed, the performance. And because of that, they were highly celebrated. They were given gifts as they were leaving after their internship. I want you to be a good ambassador of this university. Let it show that truly the saying in the University of Ibadan, because I'm an alumni, is that it's 30% intelligence and 70% character. So wherever you are, display that and show that truly you have been impacted from this university. Number 2, we advise you not to do your internship on supernumerary basis. How do I mean by supernumerary? Supernumerary is when you're asked to do your internship without pay. When somebody says, oh, you better come and do it here, but we don't have money. Internship is not service here. Internship is part of the training. You must be committed. You must be dedicated to it. They are going to give you money, no matter how small, at least to keep your spirit, soul, and body together. There's an approved level, as pay or grade level for the interns, and that must be followed. But peradventure, you find yourself in another institution or hospitals where they cannot pay up to that, but they must pay you. You must be paid. So don't do your internship on supernumerary basis. You also advise that during this internship, you must develop your areas of specialization. Like I mentioned, we have 8 approved areas of specialization. Gone are the days, I'm a physiotherapist. Now you need to distinguish yourself. Are you an orthopedic physiotherapist? Are you a neurophysiotherapist? Distinguish yourself by start planning towards area of interest where you need to specialize. So attend continued professional development programs as will be approved, organized by the board. Those seminars, workshops, grand round in the hospitals, you start developing yourself before you come for your licensing or registration fully with the board. We also advise that documentation cannot be overemphasized. It is important that you develop your documentation skill, as we were told yesterday. Documentation is the in thing, and the lawyers are guarding up their momentum to face medical legal issues. And so, the only thing that can keep you from litigation is proper documentation. Now, the logbook that you'll be given at the end of this exercise, fill it on a daily basis. We will be sending a representative unannounced to wherever you are doing your internship. And when he gets to the place, it's only the available logbook that will be graded. So make sure you fill your logbook on a regular basis and fill it properly. Like I said yesterday, we receive requests for letter of good standing from so many institutions. And one of the things that's always requested for is the attachment of your performance during your internship training program. So if you have not filled your logbook very well, we don't need to come and be looking for you. It's whatever you have in your logbook that we're going to download and send to wherever they are requesting for letter of good standing from you. So, from us. So we advise you, fill your logbook very well, use the right word, don't use abbreviation, so that when we have it, we'll not be wondering what does this abbreviation stand for. So make sure that you get those things ready. And before I round up, I also want to advise you that you must be loyal to your senior colleagues, to other healthcare workers, wherever you find yourself. You might find yourself in an environment where the setting you have in UI is better than what they have. It's not a time for you to insult them. It's a time for you to impact on them whatever you have learned while you're in this school. And not only that, prepare yourself for the future. Like we said, the profession is not stagnant, it's dynamic. So be ready to learn new things, unlearn bad things. And I pray that God will give you the strength, the wisdom to excel in this your chosen career. Now, your oath, have you signed it? It is time now to seal your oath with your faith. We have a provision here We are going to do two things together. You are going to be marching out, though from a distance from the high table. And I want to crave the indulgence of the chairman and the dignitaries on the high table to please rise up. They will seal up their oath. They will come before you. You bless them. You pray for them. You wave at them. Whatever form you want to impart blessing on them, that as they go in this journey of their career, they will excel in life. So without wasting time, please, so please bring it out. Can we have the junior ones, maybe, or two people? Yes. Face them. So create a space. We need somebody to represent the free thinkers. By the immediate right is the Quran, representing the Muslim, and by immediate left is the Bible, representing the Christian. So you come out, you seal up your oath, and you take a right or take this direction and receive a blessing from the provost and all the dignitaries on the high table. Can we quickly do that, please? While they are doing this, you can encourage them by clapping for them, or the parent, you also impart blessing on them while they are coming out. So please, let's go. No, they should just come out. Yes, because of time. No, you don't need. Oh, you want them to come? Okay. You have not called them before.
Now please come out. As I call you, you touch either of whichever one represents you, and then you come this way and go down that way.
Help me God. You say it clear.
Abango, Chigozim, Ann. Abiono, Dauda, Olawale, Adeoye, Rosemary, Adekayowa, Adeshina, Boluwatife, Oluwadara. Please go back. Adeshina, Olaiton Idris, Adiche, Uchechukwu Benjamin, Adolo, Blessing, Ayanshiji Olumide Victor, Ayanshina Oluwadamilola Oluwafikayomi, Bakare Omotola Rukayat, Ebenezer Ibukun Ebube, Ezekiel Courage Sumunachi, Fafiolu Damilola Ayobami, Jagede Erioluwa Esther. This way. Go up and go down that way. John Godwin Ada. Jagade Erioluwa Esther. John Godwin Ada. Karim Kabir.
I'm not hearing so help me God. You are not confirming me.
Unali Blessing Amarachi. Obinaike Olawale. Unwachukuraba. Unwazeoke Chizom. Unwazueke Chizom Anastasia. Obinaike Olawale Fatai. Odeku Oluwatamilore Opemi Posi. Odekunle Oluwafolakemi Mary. Ojo Victor Oluwaseyi. Oke Oluwatimileyin David. Oladele Abimbola Kafilat. Olakonye Opeyemi Justina. Olutayo Jesu Tofunmi Lois. Oluwatayo Damilola Stephen. Oluwatoba Olajumoke Feyishayo. Omosheyin Raphael Adebanjo. Onijigbin Olaoye Oluwatosin Solomon. Ozoeze Ugo Nwando.
Congratulations. 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 Thank you very much, ma'am. Please, you can have your seat. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. We are gradually coming to the end of the oath taking. I need to also inform us that we had some program yesterday, and in our usual characteristics, we grade them on this particular exercise. And the importance of that exam is that anybody that failed will not be given license. They have to come back and write their exam. But ma, I have the good news to say that all of them passed the examination, and we have 3 outstanding performers, which we are going to give them their gift later. Thank you very much, ma. We'll have done it, but we're told that most of the awards are during the graduation. So we are holding on to it. We'll give it to them after the meeting. Thank you. Ma? Okay, to know. All right. The best perform is Jesu Tofumi Louis Olutayo. And the second is Opayemi Justina Olukayo Olukanye and Damilola Stephen Oluwatayo. Please, can you rise up on your feet while we introduce to this glorious audience to our chairman and the dignitaries on the high table, the newest physiotherapy. Please rise up on your feet. I'm glad on behalf of Medical Rehabilitation Therapists Board to introduce the newest physiotherapists in Nigeria. Congratulations. Thank you, ma'am. Have your seat.
Thank you very much, Madam Registrar. I'd like to call on our Provost. No, yes. I want to call on the Provost to present the Provost Award. The Provost Award is given to students for their participation in community life amongst the fellow students, how they've been involved in other things outside of academics. So I'd like to call on the Provost to present to the 2 awardees.
We're also going to do this.
Okay. Also, the Provost would like to give the award to the 3 best students for the board examination. The board examination is different from the university examination. All awards for the graduating set in relation to the academic performance while in school will be done at the convocation ceremony, which will be held in November this year. But this is for the board exams, and the Provost will present to the top 3 performers in the examination. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I stand on the existing protocol. I'm so happy that my brother has arrived. That's Professor J.C. Abiodun Otegbayo. I was looking for you. And don't worry, all bills will be settled. So we'll very quickly go on to we'll initially just take the Provost Award, and then we will do the award of the medical rehabilitation therapist. I think it's important because you will not get another opportunity. The other awards are going to be at the graduation ceremony, which by the grace of God will take place in the second week, Founders Week of November 2021. I'm extremely delighted for this opportunity to give this Provost Award. And I know that it is for all-round performance. These are people who have not just excelled in academics, but they've excelled in community life, in leadership, team building, in extracurricular activities, I don't know, singing. It would have been nice maybe to have a little write-up, maybe subsequently, in about each of them, so that other people can know, because I don't know what they have excelled in. Are you going to tell us? I will just say something about each of them. Okay, and then so can both of them come up to the stage, please? They are
Oluwatayo Damilola Stephen for the male category. Oluwatayo Damilola Stephen has been an avid politician. Yeah. Then the other person, Unwa Zoke, she's on anesthesia. Oluwadamilola Stephen is a politician and has been so even before his final year. He was the president of the Association of Physiotherapy Students of the university. Prior to that, he was the vice president. So he had held different elective posts among the students. And that is one of the reasons why he was nominated by his fellow students. The awardees are usually nominated and selected by students who feel that the awardee is worthy of that, in line with community participation. And then Nwazweze, as we know her, she's a public speaker, had represented the department and the Alexander Brown Hall at different public speaking engagements in the university. I think she was once a winner of was it the Joe War or something at the university level. And she has been given an assessor during public speaking programs within and outside the university. And this was one of the criteria used.
Thank you so much. When you said the gentleman, that's Steve Oluwatayo, was a politician, my heart skipped a bit or two. So what you should have said was he's a politician with a difference. A politician, a man of integrity, a man who always did that which was right. Yes. Because many times when we hear the word politician, we immediately run, but he's a politician with a difference, right? And of course, the lady is doing a lot, yes. So I will not do this alone. I'm going to invite, first of all, I invite the Deputy Provost, the distinguished Professor of Physiotherapy to come, and also the Chief Medical Director. We're all going to do this together. And, okay, our registrar will come out for the next batch. Let's start off with... UCH and College of Medicine are one. Synergy, total synergy. So that's why we're, So this is the Provost Award presented to Oluwatayo Damilola Stephen for excellent participation in community life among the 2018-2019 Bachelor of Physiotherapy graduating class, College of Medicine, University of Ibadan. Awarded this day, 9th February 2021. Congratulations. Thank you. And then step back a bit, so we'll get a picture with two of you. And then, this is, so that you don't show in the back of her photo. This is Provost Award awarded to Unwa Zoeke, Chizom Anastasia. Did I get it? Ibo Queen, I didn't get it. Okay, so she said she wants speaking award. 30 seconds to give us a sample. Speech award.
Wow. Hi, everyone. My name is...
Hi.
Uwenzoke Chisom Anastasia, and I'm very honored to be receiving this award, and I'm grateful, and this will go down as one of the most memorable days of my life.
Thank you so much. So for excellent participation in community life among the 2018-2019 B Physiotherapy graduating class, College of Medicine, University of Ibadan, 9th February 2021. Congratulations. Yes. Can we quickly have a group photograph with members of the high table and our distinguished ICOMA president, head of department? This is so important. These are your students. Before they go, can you come and stand together? Oluwatayo in the center. You are the reason we're here. Head of department, please. Can I see? And yes, the financial controller, please. Acting medical librarian and CIMAC. And if there are any distinguished, is that members of faculty? I can see Dr. Odole. You don't want to come? Okay. Inform us. The CMD has an emergency to attend to. So he's going to speak, give his 3 minutes or less than 3 minute talk, and then we'll continue with this award for those who did well in the Medical Rehabilitation Therapists Board. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, I may not have much time to observe protocol, but I must still recognize the Vice Chancellor, the Provost, Deputy Provost, the ICOMA President, sir, my teacher, and every other dignitaries. My role usually in this question is very simple and straightforward. One, to attend, to show my face so that for those of them that will do their internship at the University College Hospital, if they say, who is your CMD, you say you know him. Then secondly, it is customary to give automatic employment as interns to a certain percentage of the graduating class, and also to the biological children of our members of staff, both at the university and at the University College Hospital. And I looked at the list. Usually they are arranged in order of performance, I believe. Oh, not in order. Wow, I will have made a gross mistake. I see that there are 31 graduating students. Usually we give automatic employment to 10%, but I decided to increase it to 20%. Because like the Provost said, University of Ibadan, College of Medicine, and the University College Hospital, we are inseparable Siamese twins. And the hospital came about to fulfill one of the purposes of the university. So it is in the light of that that I'll be offering on behalf of Board of Management of UCH 6.2% No, 6.2 people graduating class. And since there's no 0.2 person, we'll be offering to 6 people. Okay, unless the provost will give me a 0.2 man or woman. Okay, I can feel the pressure from the provost. So 7. So I want to congratulate the graduates, their proud parents, and everybody that is here to support them. I'm sorry I had an urgent thing to attend to. I would have loved to be here. I wish you well. Bless you.
Thank you so much. God bless you as well. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. We really appreciate all that you are doing and all the struggle. So let's clap once again for our distinguished Chief Medical Director and his entourage. Thank you very much. Let me invite the Registrar of the Medical Rehabilitation Therapist Board and once again the students, Jesu To Fumi Lois, Okweyemi Justina, Olakonye, and Damilola Stephen, Oluwatayo. They are the top students in the board exams. Okay. Then him. Okay. So our very top student for this exam is Jesu Tofumi Lois Olu Tayo. Congratulations. Deputy Provost, come and stand. I want you to remain cool and calm. You know, just stand aside. I'm sure many of the students may not have taken this exam. It was yesterday. Yeah. Because when I was coming in yesterday, I saw one of the students who had just finished. Because it's going to go into her CV for life. And when, you know, many times when you're going, that's why it is, you must always be prepared. Because it's going to distinguish her. When she's going for any application job for the rest of her life, that's thing that she topped this exam in this class is going to be there. It's going to stand her out. So that is a life lesson for all of us. Don't take any exam or anything for granted. You're going for a job interview, be your very best. Anywhere you're going, whatever you're doing, you never know. Yes. The next is, who came second in that exam was Okweyemi Justina Olakonye. Congratulations. And third on this is our distinguished Provost awardee. Is Damilola Stephen Oluwatayo. So you have 2 fantastic things on your CV going ahead. So can we have the 3 of them very quickly in this? Yes. You can have 2 of you on that. Okay. You can take with your registrar. Keep her in the middle. You want to join us? Yeah, all right. Okay. Okay, then. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, ma, our Provost. Now, I'd like to invite the person who is to welcome the graduating class into the physiotherapy profession. That's Professor MBO Olagun, an alumnus of the great Department of Physiotherapy of our noble university. An erudite educator, a proficient clinician, and a seasoned administrator. who had been many times dean of the Department of Rehabilitation of the Obafemi Awolowo University. That's a campus of the University of Ibadan. And who is currently the Senior Assistant Provost at the Bowen University, where he helped to start the Bachelor's of Physiotherapy program. Please join me as we listen to Professor M.O.B. Olaogun. He will be joining us online. He's not here. Thank you very much. You're welcome, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, sir, the Vice Chancellor of the University, ably represented by the Provost, College of Medicine, the Chairman, sir, Professor, represented by the Provost, College of Medicine of the University of Ibadan, Professor Olayinka Omi Bogun, Deputy Provost, Professor Fatai, Deputy Dean of the Faculty, Professor Owolabi, DMD, Dr. Funke Akonle, the inductees of today, joyous parents, guardians, and well-wishers and friends. Gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, I am highly honored to be invited to welcome the inductees of today. My beautiful, handsome, and fashionable young colleagues. Into the profession of physiotherapy. I graduated from this university 46 and a half years ago. Come upon Sarah, who has simply, it is amazing to know that I'm here and my first opportunity as an elder to officially and ceremonially welcome young veterans to this place. After inauguration of our board in 1988, my first colleague, my address is going to be very, very brief. You are welcome into this enviable profession. As you commence your career journey, making progress all along, I want you to take note of this. You are ambassadors of University of Ibadan, of the College of Medicine of the University, of the Physiotherapy Department of this university, and of the profession of physiotherapy itself. The disposition, therefore, in the public, and in your social life, and in pursuit of and achieving greater excellence in your endeavor to reflect and uphold the good and excellent image, the enviable one for that matter, of the fact that has molded you. What is this fact? It is the composite. What is this university? It is the composite. What is this university? It is the composite of the College of Medicine, of the department, to produce the most marketable product, and that is you as physiotherapists, qualified and licensed. We are going to have your full license later on, but with this step forward, you're going to be licensed fully very soon after the completion of your internship. So I congratulate you and I welcome you. So with my colleagues, incidentally we bear the same name. I am Olatokunbo. He is also Olatokunbo. We welcome you once again and congratulate you. Thank you very much, Professor Matthew Olatokunbo, Lao, Dean and Senior Assistant Provost, Faculty of Basic Medical and Health Sciences, College of Health Sciences, New University of the Nigerian Baptist Convention, Iwo, Osun State. Thank you.
A round of applause for the speaker, please. Thank you, sir. We appreciate that wonderful speech and beautiful welcome into the noble profession of physiotherapy. Now, I'm going to be wearing 2 caps this afternoon. My provost, ma'am, permit me to invite as one of the MCs, not as the Secretary General of ICOMA, now as the Secretary General of ICOMA, to invite my president, the president of Ibadan Medicine Alumni Worldwide, Professor Emmanuel Dipo Otolori, for his address.
The Provost, College of Medicine, Deputy Provost, please permit me to stand on all existing protocols. It gives me great pleasure to stand here today as President of the Ibadan College of Medicine Alumni Association Worldwide to welcome you all to our alumni family. As we rejoice with you for successfully navigating your way through our esteemed College of Medicine, I also wish to seize this opportunity to apologize profusely to you all on behalf of all of us for your rather late induction ceremony. I am told you belong to the class of 2018-2019. It's no longer a secret that a student's journey through the walls of tertiary educational institutions in Nigeria is no longer a smooth ride, but one that is full of hills and valleys that only the strong-willed and persistent individuals can successfully navigate. I also wish to congratulate your parents, your guardians, and all the sponsors for their patience and understanding. The triple P's, I'm following the Provost's 4 C's. The triple P's of patience, persistence, and perspiration make an unbelievable combination for success. Now that you have graduated, the question is, what's next? As I look at your faces, I remember with nostalgia the day I graduated from this college in June 1972. For many of us, we thought this was the end of our long struggle, and we look forward to being respected by society, valued by the government, and independent of our parents and guardians. Numerous job opportunities were out there, and the potential employers were falling over themselves to secure our services. Many of us had multiple job opportunities, and some actually tossed the coin to choose one to accept. As we found out later, our graduation from the College of Medicine was just the beginning of another journey into the world of medicine, where knowledge and innovations were expanding exponentially every day. And it was quite a challenge to keep up with the developments. Today, things are different. We hear of graduates waiting for 5 to 10 years to find a job or to meet the requirements of registration with their professional regulatory bodies. Many have left the country, while many are very busy trying to leave the country in search of greener pastures. It is indeed very gratifying that majority of those that have left the country have excelled wherever they have found themselves. Our ICOMA worldwide platform is full of announcements of achievements of our members in diaspora and at home, who really make us proud, and I salute them all. This is evidence that our College of Medicine continues to give every student a solid educational foundation upon which they can build a future, whether they are in the country or outside the country. As you leave the College of Medicine, I would like you to commit yourselves to register with ICOMA and become a proud member of our association. There are many ways that you can contribute to the growth and development of our college so that it can maintain its enviable reputation and even move up the ladder from its current ranking of the 4th position among the best colleges of medicine in Africa. Apart from giving back through donations to endowment funds, and I'm very proud to hear from your acting head of department what the alumni members of physiotherapy have been doing through ICOMA for the College of Medicine. You can also volunteer your time to support activities in the college when called upon to do so. You can also be proud volunteer advocates of our college. Do not forget that if you speak negatively of your college, you will be destroying the brand and making your own diploma less credible, less respected, and less acceptable. When speaking behind closed doors, we all know that our tertiary health institutions are victims of poor funding. The 2021 budget only allocated 3.4% of capital expenditure to the entire health sector, from which teaching hospitals are expected to draw. Reports from our recent expanded ICOMA Worldwide Executive Meeting painted a depressing picture of infrastructural decay over the years with no apparent solutions in sight. I'm sure that you are all witnesses of this decay. However, as proud members of ICOMA Worldwide, we cannot afford to do nothing. To this end, do not be surprised when we reach out to you and others to contribute to our endowment fund to support our dear college. Please keep this in mind. My quick research showed that the Decree 38 of 1988 that became an Act of Parliament in 2004 established the Medical Rehabilitation Therapeutic Registration Board of Nigeria, and your registrar is here. The board was set up for the regulation and control of 7 professions as listed by the registrar earlier today. The core values and ethical codes of these professions are well laid out on the board's website, and I will strongly advise that you familiarize yourselves with them so that you can do the College of Medicine proud. As good ambassadors of this great College of Medicine, we expect you to comply with all the guidance outlined by your professional regulatory body. At this juncture, I would like to comment on some disturbing happenings in the health sector in Nigeria. The health sector has suffered too much from interprofessional rivalry. This has led to many industrial actions and loss of patients' respect for health practitioners nationwide. We have often been portrayed as selfish, arrogant, and non-caring. Strike actions have become a relay race, with one union handing over the baton to the next without a clear vision of where the race is going and when it will end. You have all been victims of these uncertainties, leading to prolongation of your education and many other effects. Oftentimes, patients have suffered these adverse consequences of our withdrawal of services. Many healthcare workers have also suffered during these industrial actions, with some actually losing their lives. Therefore, my advice to all healthcare workers is to always put themselves in the shoes of patients before withdrawing services. If you have ever been a patient, you will understand what I'm saying. Always let us first think of humanity. Permit me to call your attention to the modern version of the provisions of the Hippocratic Oath written in 1964. I'm glad that the registrar has read out the numerous lines of oath-taking that you have all taken today. Finally, I would like to send a few words of advice to our governments at all levels. Funding of social services should get the highest priority for every budget exercise. A country that does not value investments in its people is laying the foundation for social upheavals, the like of which we are seeing today. Education, health, physical and food security, and job creation are the critical ingredients for peace and security of any nation. The COVID-19 pandemic exposed the underbelly of the health sector, and it was not a very pretty sight. Even though there have been some mitigation efforts hurriedly put together to create functional COVID-19 isolation wards, we need to see more commitment to the health and education sectors in general. I do hope that those who are responsible for fiscal allocations will review the current situation and make necessary amendments in favor of the health sector. If we do this, we will be laying the foundation to reverse medical tourism to other countries of the world, while helping to water our own grass internally, so that it will be just as green as the grass that our young graduates and patients are looking for. May God help us all in our strive for equitable, quality healthcare for all Nigerians. Mr. Chairman, our dear graduates, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for your attention. May long live the Ibadan College of Medicine and its affiliate University College Hospital. Long live the University of Ibadan, and long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, the President, ICOMA Worldwide. We have a few more minutes to round off this session, but before we do, we need to listen to the address by the valedictorian, and then we will listen to a word of advice from professional elder. The valedictorian for this class is Raphael A. Omosheyin. Can you please come forward for the valedictorian speech?
The Acting Vice Chancellor, University of Ibadan, the Provost, College of Medicine, University of Ibadan, the Chief Medical Director, University College Hospital, the Head of Department, Department of Physiotherapy, University of Ibadan, the Head of Department, Department of Physiotherapy, University College Hospital, proud parents, distinguished members on the high table, colleagues, and all well-wishers watching from home. It is a great honor to be the valedictorian of the graduating class of 2021. This journey we started 5 years ago for me and 6 years for some has finally come to a happy end. And we are indeed grateful to everyone who have been part of our story. We are grateful for the impact by members of staff of the university, especially our lecturers. The cordial relationship between lecturers and students of the Department of Physiotherapy is the strongest in the entire university. And we are fortunate to have been trained by physiotherapists that are renowned not just in the university community, but all over the world. Our clinicians from the Department of Physiotherapy, University College Hospital Ibadan, have thoroughly equipped us with all the knowledge and skills needed to practice successfully. The University of Ibadan is indeed the best school to study physiotherapy in sub-Saharan Africa. We're also grateful to our families and guardians for the love and support they have given to us throughout our stay in the university. Many waters have gone under the bridge, but we are still standing tall. Our parents have endured and sacrificed a lot to ensure that we get a standard university education. For me, sometimes all I got as my monthly pocket money was a word of prayer for my parents, which I'm indeed grateful for. Fellow inductees, please honor your parents always, so that it may be well with you and that your days may be long on earth. The graduating class of 2021 is a special class. We might be notorious for being slightly mischievous, which has gotten us into trouble a few times. But when you take a look at my classmates, one thing stands out: resilience. From dealing with the intensity of anatomy classes, to taking classes in almost all the faculties in UI, to moving stuff during neurosurgery ward rounds, and nailing the endless class presentations. I can confidently say that we came, we saw, and we conquered. We're a class united in purpose, and that purpose is to make the best out of every situation life throws at us. This unity is one of the reasons why no one is being left behind in this precious ceremony. We are thrilled beyond measure that today we drink the lemonade that we have made out of life's lemons. I want all my fellow inductees to know that I am inspired by them. I am inspired by Chigozerim's constant efficiency, Dao's vast political knowledge, Kayowa's unshakable leadership, Boluwatife's inspiring entrepreneurship. Olaito is a creative genius whose album we are still expecting, and Benjamin knows all about money. I am inspired by Adolo's authenticity and artistry, and Holumide's sense of humor and his skills with the guitar. Ayon Shino is always dedicated to working behind the scenes. We see her and we appreciate her. Omotola Bakari, being a talented fashion designer, made half the dresses of the inductees today. Ibukun is our favorite online physio babe, and Courage makes the best shawarma in Ibadan, while slaying every outfit. I am inspired by Fafi's dedication to the class projector, and the fact that he's simply the best human. Also inspiring is Kabiru's intelligence, and who goes unwavering energy towards being helpful. Auntie Eri has such a motherly spirit, while Godwin is one of the biggest social media influencers in Nigeria. Obinaike always makes us laugh while exing all his exams. Onijigin is such a cool and unproblematic person. And Jumoke is an incredibly smart and talented digital artist. Oluwatayo is the class politician. Okpayemi always keeps us in our prayers, while Jesu Tefumi makes the best small chops in Ibadan and is a talented dancer. And Bimbola makes the funniest impressions of people and provides timeless elegance with her jewelry collection. Timileyin is an amazing guitarist and a class genius. Victor is one of the best footballers in UI and the most gentle soul I have ever met. Folakemi is consistent with being the most beautiful woman in Alexander Brown Hall and sells the best home essentials and aesthetics. Tamilore is the money bag who can tell you everything you need to know about forex trading. Chisom is the best public speaker in the University of Ibadan and an established feminist writer. Unoli has an unbelievable kind heart and infectious laughter. Then there's me, the class valedictorian. My class has also made the department proud in many areas within and beyond physiotherapy. So far, we have produced the winner of the Association of Clinical and Academic Physiotherapists of Nigeria Inter-University Quiz Competition, Warden's Challenge Oratory Competition in 2017 and 2018 consecutively, Champion of the Podium 2018, Nigerian Society of Physiotherapy Inter-University Students Debate 2019, Armory of World's Oratory Competition 2015 and 2016 consecutively, Icon Fashion Award for Emerging Fashion Designer, Fame Revelation of the Year Award, and University of Ibadan Geo-Hackathon Award. Our class has also produced the strongest man in UI, Social Director and Executive Vice President of Juniors Chambers International, the Vice President, Clinical Coordinator, PRO, Financial Secretary, and Creative Content Developer of the Alexander Brown Hall Literary and Debating Society. A 15 Outstanding Personality Award nominee, the Deputy Coordinator, Young Africa Leaders Initiative 2020, Female Affairs Minister, and Deputy Senate President of Alexander Brown Hall, and a UBA Campus Ambassador. Our experience so far has brought about a lot of mixed feelings, especially towards the end of our program. It has been a year since we wrote our final examinations and defended our projects, but we could not be inducted until today due to the pandemic and the strike action by HASU. However, delay is not denial, as rightly put by Charles H. Gabriel, which I and the celebrated inductees will shortly render now. Please rise. Sweet is the promise, I will not forget thee. Nothing can molest or turn my soul away. And though the nights be dark within the valley, just beyond is shining an eternal day. In conclusion, we are saddened by the lives of our fellow youths that were lost this past year. We promise to live life to the fullest and to always be the best version of ourselves. We promise to leave every room better than we found it and to always make an impact where it matters the most. This is only the beginning of our journey, and it promises to be an exciting ride. So, fellow inductees, buckle up and welcome to the first day of the rest of your life. On behalf of the class of 2021, I want to say a big thank you to everyone who has been a part of our journey. May God bless you and keep you. Cheers.
I believe this is the top student in the class. Please take the center place. Let's have a group photograph with him. HOD, please come up. Financial controller, this is the class, sir, please. This is our class. This is a top student in the class. Let's take a group photograph with him, please. Where are our photographers? BBC, BCC, you've retired. Where is... That was an excellent speech. A speech of a leader, a true leader. He has carried his entire class along. Very positive energy. God will be with you as you go forth. Amen. Okay, once again, an applause for our class valedictorian. Great work, great job. I thoroughly enjoyed your speech. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. After the program. All right, let me finish the program first. Thank you. All right. Another important message for the inductees and also for all of us is from the professional elder, the director of Physio Clinic Ibadan, Dr. O. Odunowo. So, thank you very much.
May I please stand on the existing protocol? But I want to give special greetings to the provost, who I tag as a friend of physiotherapy from her words and my registrar. Well, I want to congratulate the inductees and the parents and the university. I came out of the first College of Medicine in Nigeria, College of Medicine, University of Lagos. Yes, please. Yes, please. And like my brother said, I want to bring them to the professional level, the clinical level. My advice to them, I've always talked to them whenever I had opportunity of talking to them. The first thing I want to talk to them about is empathy. In whatever you do, put yourself in the position of your patient and the relation. I want to talk to them about individualizing your patient care. That will give you an edge of practice in your outcome and the way the society will see you. And I also want you to be result-oriented. Whatever you do, don't give up. There will always be a good result if you put in your best. The last time they came to me, I talked to them about the 3 themes of life that will guide them in their life and especially in their practice. We have a profession that I believe physiotherapy is the profession in medicine, in health service, that is closest to the patient. It will be good for you to see us on the treatment mat with patients. Whatever your sex is, your gender is, you are there on the mat with the patient. We have the unenviable position to be able to get close to the patient, that whatever part of the body is open to you. So I tell them about the 3 themes of life: sex, money, and popularity, and how you have to guard against it. We have said this before. Whatever your sex is, you have a patient that is of the opposite sex. Remember who you are. Remember that the society is fraughted with people that are not too good, that may want to entice you. So guard yourself. Remember that the love of money is the root of all evil. Wherever you practice, don't make money the important thing. Money is not the important thing. The important thing is your patient getting better. Sometimes you have to take positive or negative, but let the overriding thing be, my patient should get better. Sometimes money will not come, but goodwill, joy, satisfaction that you have helped a human being. It could have been you, it could have been your mother, your father, whoever. Let that be your guiding theme in life. And the last one, your ego. Calm down. Be humble. Be simple. Don't want to be known. Wherever you are, condescend to men of low estate. Then the community will take you up. Remember that you came from a society. Remember that you are individuals. And remember above all things that there is God. Whatever you do, let God be the first. Whatever you do, consider what God will say on that patient care. And lastly, you have to develop yourself. I can tell you, UI has only given to you a license to go to practice. Please spend money that you spend on data money for friends and socials. Spend it on training yourself. Your generation is finer than ours. You don't need to go to Odeku Library. Your library is in your hands. Make use of what you have, and the God of glory will go with you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, and thank you so much for staying within time. That is very much appreciated. I have been advised that it is better we take the group photograph now with the inductees before photo of thanks and academic procession. Group photograph with the inductees. Now, before the photo of thanks. Or they should stay behind. That means there will be no academic. Thank you. So the last item here is photo of thanks by the Chairperson College Ceremonials Committee, Professor Atinuke Aguloye.
Please, let's quickly have our seats.
The chairman of today's occasion, the acting vice chancellor of the University of Ibadan, Professor A.B. Ekonla, our lovely provost, very supportive, Professor Olayinka Omigbodun, the chief medical director, who has given us the lovely gift for today by taking 7 of our inductees. We appreciate him. The deputy provost, Professor Adeniyi, the secretary to the college, Dr. Ikeoluwa Mudi, the registrar of the Medical Rehabilitation Therapists Board of Nigeria. And let me just stand on existing protocols. But even with the protocol, I'll specially recognize the inductees for today, who are the reason why we are all here. It's been an interesting journey from hearing that the board will be coming today for this occasion, and it was just within a short time. This is a very special induction because it's the first one that we will do during the COVID. The committee, the ceremonials committee, was very proactive. They were very resilient, and we were determined to carry this out successfully. So kudos to everyone. We would like to thank the college management for their support. You don't know what we had to go through to make this event come to pass. Everybody contributed time, money, energy to make sure that this was as seamless as possible. Special recognition to the ITU and the BCC. I've been on YouTube, and I can assure you that your loved ones are following the program. There was no time that it went off at all. Thank you so much for the efforts. We'd like to appreciate our professional elder for the apt words of encouragement. Our parents, you know we love you so much and appreciate you. Even though you are not here, I've seen lots of your messages on YouTube. Your joy cannot be diminished while you are not even here. So wherever we are, we thank you. We appreciate your support for the inductees. And today is all a day of joy. Thank you everyone for contributing. We appreciate you for coming on time and for making sure that everything has gone on seamlessly and successfully. God bless you all.
The last item on the program is the anthem. We'll take college anthem, and then we'll have the academic procession.
So
Thank you very much. Please, let's wait for the academic procession, and after that, the inductees will have to file out and follow the academic procession. Please let all of us here be patient for them. Thank you very much. Thank you, ma'am. The academic procession will be in the reverse order. So, thank you, ma'am.
If I no get money, oh, you still be. If you know my weakness, will you stand by me? Tí wọ́n bá ń bà mí já oṣù máa ṣe pé lẹ́yìn mi.